Despite their early season struggles, Punahou is persistent in their pursuit for a playoff berth and now looking for one big win against one team who's already heading to the state tourney. And now today's all about their seniors. Ready for round 3 between Punahou and Iolani on Spectrum OC 16. Well, fresh off of homecoming last week, this Tuesday is time for another type of celebration. Welcome to Iolani Gym on Komoku Street. It'll be rocking to honor the 3 Raider seniors here in the regular season home finale in 2024. Under the big top, welcome to the ILH on Spectrum OC 16. It's 3-4 Punahou and undefeated 7-0 Iolani. Unanimously, Iolani, the #1 team in the entire state. They've already locked up the state tournament berth by virtue of winning round #1, the regular season. All 4 of these will qualify for the double elimination round 2 tournament to determine the second berth representing the league heading into the big dance in November. With that, we welcome you courtside. Great to have you with us. Felipe Ojastro, Kevin Wong, Jimmy Bender in just a moment. Iolani took the previous 2 rounds in 4 sets. So here we are, round number 3. What are you looking forward to?
Punahou's got to serve tough, right? This Iolani offense is off the charts. They've got so many weapons. Got to be able to neutralize that. And when they get a big blast, you got to be able to laugh it off and say, next play.
And these are 2 teams that trended in different directions a year ago. Punahou in the state final, Iolani missing out. Now they've reversed here this season, and our first chance to look at the #1 team of the state in Iolani. Here's the #1 sideline reporter of the state. Here's Jimmy Bender and the New City Nissan Court Report. Jimmy.
I'm the only one, right? Hey, look, both coaches, you know, we mentioned this is the 3rd time around, so they kind of have their ideas on what they need to do. For Punahou's Tita Ahuna, the main thing is, it's kind of a cliche, but she said, do your job. All 6 of them on the court need to be doing their job at the same time. Meanwhile, for Iolani's Kainoa Aubry, he said the main thing for him, serve tough to get the Punahou offense out of system. But also, he said, we can't give away points. They've been doing that all year long, and he said eventually that'll catch up to you. Guys, back to you.
JB, thank you very much. Iolani has advertised this as a blackout on a senior night. Can they remain undefeated with 1 more match to go after tonight? 3 days to go in the regular season, and we are counting it down to the state tournament. Ready for Iolani and Punahou. First serve next on Spectrum OC 16. Iolani's won the last 2 meetings, both of them coming in 4 sets in the regular season, including the season opener September the 3rd, and then their last meeting 18 days ago. Prior to that, Punahou won the previous 4. They swept them en route to a 16-5 record and a spot at the Cannon Activity Center in the state final against Kamehameha.
You know, there's something that's very motivating, and we've seen it back-to-back years, of not making the state tournament, right? You got to watch it on TV. You got to sit there, and you got to spend time thinking of all the things you should have done better, and then you have a year to go do it.
That's an excellent point. Because remember, it wasn't too long ago when Kamehameha missed out on the state tournament. It was Punahou and Iolani, right, getting out there. Kamehameha Hawaii ended up getting into the final that season on a great run with Mela Honma at the time. Then right back, Kamehameha wins the title. This year, Iolani gets back into the title picture, already into the state tournament. Punahou, the visiting team, they come in here with a 3-4 record and a sweep over Mid-Pacific. And here are the Zippy starting lineup. So line up with True Takemoto, Kealoha Cox, a returnee from a year ago, good power hitter out there. Sierra Prieto Henna, along with Li'i Brown, a good middle blocker. She has instant energy. Ku'upua Sa'ale, along with McKenna Mello and Kahelani Moriwaki, a senior lab who has just been stellar in the last few years at the varsity level. Callie Piper, happy senior day out to you. So it's Georgia Lee, Taimane Ainu'u, Oema Kalama, Kingma, Anora, Reed Gillett, along with Bailey Nakanelua. ILH All-Star selection a year ago, Maddox Taniguchi, the libero. Here for Kainoa Aubry's crew. Football team just about finishing their football practice as they look to join Raider Nation and cheer on the ladies in black on a blackout night here for Hope Kakal, Callie Piper, and Ayana Soon, the 3 seniors here for the Raiders. First serve when you come back here on Spectrum. You see the legendary Father Bray, a fixture and a motivator here on this campus. Of course, there's the annual Father Bray Football Classic that goes down every August. His legacy well felt out here. Iolani trying to create a championship legacy of their own. They're winning the state championship a couple of years ago. Iolani looking slick in these brand new uniforms they're donning this season. Got the double stripes out there, taking on a buff and blue team. Hoping to get to 500 by the end of tonight. This game and this match is in great hands. We saw Michelle Hayes last night. She gets the call atop the tower here. Mark Nakashima, veteran official, collegiate caliber type of talents officiating this game. You wouldn't expect anything less. We had the best team in the state here with the Raiders. A lot of people in this area talk about kind of generational teams and like everyone wants to be the first to know the next big group. This could be it here for Iolani that we see here because of their entire roster. There are 14 players, 9 of them are sophomores and freshmen. Wow. And they're building that group to build the next volleyball dynasty here on campus. After their basketball dynasty already well established. They're winning 5 consecutive state titles for Dean Young. Kelly Piper was a part of a number of those teams. She celebrates senior night here today. Sierra Prieto Henna, 5-foot junior DS, has the ball in her hands. Punahou in the white, Iolani in the black. Best of 5 with 3 days to go in the ILH regular season. From Iolani Gym, off we go. Begins with a pass there from Kalama Kingma. And a bump to Callie Piper.
Going to see a lot of thunder and lightning from the team in black here tonight. They just got offense upon offense, every single position, really similar to the team we saw last night, Moanalua.
Piper double-double last meeting against Punahou. There's Taniguchi to put it in play. Jumps it from the middle to Mello after the tip from Brown. Couldn't get it there. The recycle off the push there from Georgia Lee. Sitting up there is Kealoha Cox to knock it down.
I don't know if there's any player on any team in the state that carries the heavier burden than Kea Cox. Just seems like she gets all the tough situations. She gets all the good situations. It really means so much to this offensive production for this team.
Even to a certain extent last year too. Remember when Haumea Maramoto left kind of early in that first set?
Right.
Cox had to take majority of those swings moving forward. Piper gets that swing, that's out.
You know, if you look past the big hits, this is an Iolani team that you can serve. You can get points off of them in serve receive. You can put pressure. You almost have to.
Brown to Piper. Nakane Lewis sets it for a swing for Ainuu. Net called Punahou. It'll be on Kealoha Cox.
Right, because when they get a good pass like this, they're playing downhill. They're coming in so quickly. You're going to see all these late one-on-one opportunities. It forces you to be very uncomfortable as a defense.
Good call by Mark Nakashima. Saw that one on the net. Saw clearly on the replay. Now tries to set the middle. Piper, the recipient. Piper gets a refeed on a tip. Got out there to Cox to get the first bump. Big blast. That one went off the block of Georgia Lee. In the middle, Lee gets another attack. Gets it off the block in the big hands of Saole and out.
Georgie Lee putting up the biggest numbers in the middle in the state. Has a whip of an arm. Amazing work ethic as well.
I knew a 6-foot freshman. Outstanding talent we're expecting over the next 3 years. A high ceiling for her. Just hits that one out.
And here we're seeing the 6'2". Kennedy Lee was hurt early in the year. Coming back to health and giving Punahou a very different look and a lot more offensive presence.
Piper. Nakane Lua back to Piper. Piper has been at Iolani School since the 6th grade. A little timid through her first couple years, but since her sophomore year, really broke out of her shell and really emerged as a great leader here for this group.
Yeah, she's an outside hitter, right? For a long time, I think in her mind, she was a middle blocker learning how to play on the outside, and she has fully emerged now.
After the carry from Moriwaki, outside, Cox with the tip. Oh, and it forced Georgia Lee, almost handcuffed her. Under the double doink, forced the lift.
Sage Clark coming out on the court. I think she's really the X factor for Punahou. She has been at times one of the more prolific players on this team. Has a really good range of shots, the off-speed beach shots as well.
Clark 15, near side of your screen right now. Oh, this one picked up by Taniguchi. It's a bump that goes to Kalama Kingma. Reeled in by Cox. Here is the aforementioned Sage Clark. But it goes out. Hold it long.
Right, and early in this set, Punahou's putting a lot of service pressure on. They're getting their opportunities on the other side. That's all you can ask for.
Here's Lee. Got a darts one and just pushed it past the red line. Both teams having pretty good preseason matchups to prepare for the regular season. Iolani going to Durango. Got lost on day number 1, but they thought it was huge in their development of just finding out the right lineup. That's right down the middle there for Reed Gillett.
Come a long way has Reed Gillett. Good footwork, a nice compact swing, and playing with a all-star setter like Bailey Nakanelua. She can find your sweet spot.
Yep. And both are returning next year. Nakanelua, the junior, and the freshman here for Reed Gillett. Here's Nakanelua. Serves it long again. Trading points here early on.
And every long serve has been right like within that band, 6 inches to a foot out of bounds. Shows you they're pushing a lot of pace. They're really trying to hit that flat, tough serve.
Here's Mello. Nakanelua flung it outside. Big swing after Cox got the dig. Ainu had that swing. Clark gets blocked. Picked up there by Moriwaki. Clark again tries to go around the block. And there goes Taniguchi. Set it outside for Ainu. Off the high hand and down. Good attempt there from Mello to try and pancake it. The power from the freshman overwhelms him.
Ainu just teeing off. Love that dig from Cox in the back row. And then the second chance. Really smart. Plays so smart for a freshman.
Oh my goodness. Had a dive after it from Moriwaki. Still kept it alive. Oh, and Clark almost slipped after she landed. Get that one out. 8-6, Iolani. There's Kalama Kingma. Gets it down for an ace. Iolani creating a little bit more of that separation, really attacking that back. Right in front of Moriwaki. Goes right back to her. Up the middle, there goes Brown. Another returning from a year ago.
I think in a lot of ways, Brown could be that emotional leader for this team. Always consistent, never seen her looking frazzled in any big moments. Good server, good back row play as well.
Brown out front there with Kealoha Cox. Overpass, Cox tries to tip it. Sliding and diving was Ainu. Here's Piper the roll shot. Called Punahou. This one is against True Takemoto. Look at Ainu, huh? So much range. Saw the power earlier, just stuck out the hand. Here's Taniguchi. There's Moriwaki to get that one. Brown, oh, what a dive from Taniguchi. Reset outside, there's Cox. Big swing to the stands. Pounded it.
Yeah, Punahou getting the middle established early. It's setting up these one-on-one opportunities with some seams on the outside. Looked like Georgie Lee took one off the noggin, jumping too high. There's one player, Olympic gold medalist Phil Dahlhauser. That was actually a shot that people would look to hit because he would block with his arms spread out.
Oh.
Hit him in the face. And he was 6'9".
Well, that's another reason too, right? Nakanelua outside, Ainu. Good slide out there for Mello to pick it up. Cox runs after it, short on the push. Here's Piper. Good pick up there beautifully by Prieto Henna. Then finally to Nakanelua. Taniguchi goes to Piper off the top. That one picked up again by Ainu. Refeed of Piper. Off a roller. Cox diving to punch it up there. On a bump, it's for Takemoto. True touched it over. A 2-point lead. Lee gets blocked. Saole.
Punahou showing a little patience, hitting some off-speed shots. They're punting, playing the field position game, and then really good decision there from Saole.
Here's Lee Brown. Punahou hitting 133. Iolani hitting 294 right now through the first set. Ainu with a flying tip. The campfire kill.
Get the block there. Finally, that set a little bit tight. That's where someone's got to play that up.
Ainu sliding there was Prieto Henna. Cox through the block and save! The dive from Taniguchi, then the hit from Lee. A tip over there for Saole. Jump set. Piper off the block, picked up there by Mello. It's a back bump. It's Cox. It's down the line. Ainu'u's there. Nakanelua chased it for a bump set to Piper. Diving Moriwaki, beautiful in the back row. Outside, here's Cox. Seeing some fabulous defense from both teams here so far in this first set.
And some good hitting percentages too, right? Iolani up at 300, above 150. Good decisions. Keeping the ball in play.
Keeping the score close too. Here's Kennedy Lee. Ooh, pass Shank. Piper had to chase it in the stands and finally hit it over. Kennedy Lee sets it. Popping through is Punahou and Cox.
And Punahou's been doing a good job of serving with pace. This is the first time they found a seam, and that seam set up the free ball coming over. You get the free ball, you can run all kinds of fancy plays like that inside two to Cox.
Only one blocker up in Georgia Lee. 11-11. Nakanelua back to Piper. Got it, and just by Moriwaki.
Remember those days when Iolani was the undersized, scrappy team. Those days are no longer.
Yeah. During their time, Sage Kahina Torres, Elena Ogilvy in that group. On a Chase Lee, back set. Woo! It's Cox.
And now looking to pass that baton. And here's the solution. This is what you got to do in your tool chest. You got to be able to go high hands. You got to go up in the leaves. You can't be challenging down low. Sage Clark really going to have to carry that baton moving forward for the next 3 rotations.
Cox hitting 600. She's got 6 kills already. Serving's been taking Iolani off there, passing a little bit here. Oh, it found the corner. Count it here for Kalama Kingma. And Iolani's first to 13. Vaughn first, 25 points of the match. The sophomore says, look what I found. Tuck that stripe ball in the corner pocket. Take all the great OC16 action with you on the go with the Spectrum News app. All the latest local sports, news, and weather that matter most to you. Download now. It's on the App Store or Google Play. Cruising through the Waikiki, Ala Moana area, just across the canal. In a match so far in a set that we've seen Iolani lead by as many as 3. There have been 8 ties here in this first set. Nip and tuck through the first 25. Lee sets it. Saole crushed it.
Wow, tough play, right? Perfect pass, but still you got to have the perfect set location. You got to have the approach timed well, and then you got to avoid the big block in the front. It's a trifecta of challenges there.
Punahou's done a good job serving this ball and countering on the transition. Much better on the pop-up. I knew it was going to set it out there into the block after the swing from Kalama Kingma. Here she is to turn one out.
It was really interesting that last play. So I knew. Very good setter. On 2 plays in the middle of this, she actually calls off Nakanelua to make the set. Interesting. A little lack of communication there.
Moriwaki to Piper, overpass, free chance. The hit there from Clark. Outside it goes, getting the feet squares. Mello just couldn't get it over the top for context. Going here for the Raiders. Had about 10 ties now. Here's Nakane Lua. Moriwaki dives after it. Lee will set it. It is a net call. Wow, it's about the third net call we've seen here on Punahou. This one's on Kennedy Lee.
Couple on the blocks. That's the first in the set. I didn't see it. Take a look. Oh, it's her hair.
Yeah, got caught through the net.
But hair is not. You're allowed to use your hair.
Here's Lee. Clark can't get it across. More separation here. This is a similar story to what the previous two matches were. You know, just so close of just getting over that hump, building some steam, and a couple of separation points. Kind of did him in. Long ball fished in there by Kayla Cox. Here's Sage Clark with a block. There's Piper. Nakane Lua outside for Kalama Kinga kill.
And this is where this Iolani team gets so intimidated. I grew up, you might not know this, in Pacific Palisades, steep hill. So I know what it's like. When you play football, when you play basketball, whatever, someone's on the uphill, someone's on the downhill. No one going up one, ever.
That one picked up after the swing for Clark.
And when Iolani's offense gets going, when they put so much pressure on you from the service line, all of a sudden you feel like you're just under attack, right? And how do you take a breath? How do you slow things down and fight back?
I lost a tennis ball one time, watching it roll down the hill. At Pro State. Just
Every day.
at a certain point, just like, you know what?
Yeah.
Let's buy another one. Nakane Lewis sets it. Kalama Kingma on the dig there from Cox. Outside here for Clark. Blocked. There was Kalama Kingma. A measured approach on the attempt there for Clark. Kalama Kingma goes up and denies this one. And now here comes Hope Kakal, who gets a rousing ovation. One of the three seniors. Just out in front of Raider Nation. Moriwaki, then Mello, then a swing there for Takemoto, dug up by Kakal. Here is Piper. Moriwaki, that hit the ceiling, and it's down. Tita Ohuna stands up. Timeout, Buff and Blue.
I mean, you can't draw it up any better, right? Kakal comes out, she gets this tough serve, she makes the defensive play. Nakane Lua, one of the great setters, going up Ohio State.
Touching all corners of the country here. Iolani on top four. Here's Hope Kakal. Sends that one long.
Yeah, you look at the stats, and the margin's so thin, right? It's like a couple less errors for Iolani, a couple more kills for Iolani, and that's the difference in the game, right?
Yeah.
That's 4 points. Every swing, just so critical.
Iolani hitting 333 right now. Piper! Woo! Wow.
There's that perfect pass in system, super fast offense, and all of a sudden you just got tough matchup. Can't be in two places at one time.
6 kills, hitting 385. Piper with a pipe bomb. Good touch out there, but Cox gets blocked at the net by Ainuu. The freshman goes up and gets it to touch it, and it's the largest lead here for Iolani. Taniguchi. Moriwaki. Mello. Cox. Kakal. Lakanelua. Ainu'u. Yes. Lead grows to 6 here for Iolani. Hitting .379 now.
Taniguchi doing it from the service line, doing it with the defense in the backcourt, doing it everywhere for Iolani. 4 digs, leads all players so far.
Goes right after Prieto Henna. Cox got it through the hands, sliding there with Lakanelua. Ainu'u, yes! And on another here. 5 kills, timeout Punahou.
Right, it's just like they just shifted gears halfway through this first set, and all of a sudden, in system, the passing was better. They get really good one-on-one opportunities. In out of system, they just make that really nice adjustment, hit those high hands, the big seam. Nothing bad happens when you hit the high hand seam.
What does the chart look like here for Ainu'u moving forward the next 3 years? How much growth is there still potentially for this young woman?
Oh, she's got talent off the charts, right? She's special, and we're not even seeing her in her #1 position. She's a setter, right? She's a setter who's playing right side, who's passing and doing a lot of different things and taking a big offensive burden. But probably her highest level would be at the setter position.
I just can't get over how young this team is. Right, I mean, we've been talking about this team pretty much our entire volleyball season, and our first chance to look at them, and in all likelihood not our last, could end up in the last game of the season at the Canada Activity Center. And Kanoa Obrey on the right, we saw him during the Cal Ripken baseball season in the summer, with his son playing out there for one of the youth baseball teams. Of course, Coach Obrey was a great baseball player during his time. And it was nice to see him kind of not in a coaching role. I mean, he was just very chill and relaxed. Jimmy and I got to see him during our time in the summer. And Iolani donning these new staff shirts, by the way, which is pretty popular on campus.
Staff shirts look tough. The uniforms look tough.
Right. I'm loving the double stripe.
I feel like I've seen some prison movies that kind of had the similar motif.
Yeah.
Not like, obviously these are way nicer.
For
obviously
sure, yeah,
they smell much better, but like there's that raw toughness about it.
There's a ruggedness, yes. Right. And Iolani right now in these rugged uniforms out to their largest lead at 7 and on a 4-0 run. Here's Taniguchi. Down to Moriwaki. Aloha Cox pushed it into the block. Ainu'u. Oh, what a dig. It got up in the beams. Mello had a hand on it to keep it in play, but nobody picked it up. And Iolani's got set point.
It's interesting, right? As much as we love this air-conditioned gym, all the tubing and all the piping, it does make for some challenges, with especially with how hard Iolani hits the ball.
Ayana Soon, a senior, ready to check in. She's in for the first time. Outside of Cox, off the block, Moriwaki kept the cover. It's a bump here to Takemoto. Yes. True as true can be. That right side, able to knock it home.
Really nice, deep, high swing. Look at the footwork. Perfect timing. Got the good double arm lift. Corner pocket.
Punahou hitting 118 right now. Punahou no aces though. Lakanelua to the freshman Ainu'u. Hits it off a touch. And that's how set 1 ends. Took 29 minutes for #1 Iolani to dispatch of Punahou, where they hit an amazing 438 after set #1. They lead the match 1-0. How about a senior night showing so far for Callie Piper? 6 kills, 1 error on 13 attacks, hitting .385. Oh, by the way, 4 digs as well here for the senior.
And passing nearly perfectly to keep her team in system all night long. When she's been out of system, she's just gone reach and teach right over the top. In system, watch out.
Iolani closing that first set on an 11-3 run and hit a tremendous 438.
Amazing, right? A good hitting percentage at the collegiate level might be about 280. And here they are up at 440. They're doing it with the passing first. They're doing it with a really spread offense, and you got to give Bailey Nakane-Lua a lot of credit for distributing that offense, getting everyone involved.
Punahou was up a couple of points just before the halfway point of set number 1. It was a very loose practice prior to starting this match for Callie Piper in this group. Of course, there's some signage around here, but what helps a lot, and talking to some Raider athletes too over time, it's just like when Raider Nation comes, you just feel that love. I mean, you don't want to let them down. Of course, Iolani coming off a homecoming week last week. Came up a little bit short though. Their football matchup against Pac-5. But here they are. Boys and girls in black shirts with the belief that they can hoist a little trophy that weighs about 4 pounds at the end of the road. Outside on the tip there for Cox into the block. Georgia Lee helped there. Cox again, went line, went wide, went out.
On the other side, right, you got Cox, who has taken tonight 17 swings. Right, next most for this Punahou team is 8, with Sage Clark half as many, right? So if you're the Iolani defense, you kind of know where Kea Cox is at all times.
Brown had the attack. Oh, Georgia!
Woo! She's got one of the fastest arm swings in the state. Take a look at that, right? That's in slow-mo. It's going that quickly.
And they won't forget that. Punahou's got Georgia on their mind. Just shooting that one with some fire. 2-0. The pass shanked a little bit. There's a new, trying to find her spot. Instead it goes to Lee. Diving after that one was Moriwaki. Here's Cox. Got it off the block and good. It's a minute. 7 kills now here for Kealoha Cox in 278 with 5 digs.
I mean, she has just learned so much patience, so much out of system stuff, all the variety of swings over the course of this year. I don't know how she's not more bandaged up, how she's not more iced down.
That's another one who was stellar in Punahou's run through the state tournament. Ainuu from the right. Knocked it home. Hitting 800 now, 8 for 10.
Yeah, in system on the right. Very underutilized offense at the high school and club level. People go left, left, left all the time, but you find a team that can go right. It's dangerous.
Hanging and tipping that one over is Kilisi. There's Piper going line over pass. The dump attempt, but instead it ends up as an illegal attack.
Oh, and it's because the libero was in front of the 10-foot line. That's interesting. I thought they were going to call maybe a little lift, but the libero cannot be in front of the line to set the setter.
And no challenge or argument from Kano Ober. He knew it as well. There's Kennedy Lee. Nakane-Lua to Georgia Lee. Knocks it in. The second one of the set and the third one here on the night. Georgia Lee, she's fun to watch.
Oh, and she's multi-sport. She plays beach volleyball. She does tennis. She does track and field. And she probably studies 6 hours a night, right? Because she goes to Iolani.
Pass into the net. Sliding good attempt from Lee. Thankfully, she's okay.
I have so much respect for this school and the ability of the athletes, student athletes especially. You can see they walk in the gym. They've been putting in their work in the books throughout the day.
And the 6th grade community is going to get a new building, the Aralaga Center. $10 million, the largest single monetary donation to the school. Expected to be complete in about 2 years. As that's knocked down by Lee. She got 3 in the frame, 4 for the match.
Got so many different shots. If you go to Stanford University, you will see that name, Aralaga, on all the buildings. There's probably like 10 Aralaga buildings there, including the beach volleyball courts.
Cox the tip, sliding Nakane Lua. I knew it was going to set it. Oh, what a great denial there for Mello. Went right up against Kalama Kingma.
Ooh, nice timing and the press, and Evelyn Khaleesi filling that scene. Who's the dog out here for Punahou?
It was Kealoha Cox in the first set. The team trailing by 3 right now. Nakane Lua jump set. How about the angle? Kalama Kingma.
They ran the rip. Usually people run the go. But look at the little inside swing. This is like Jiba from the Brazilian Olympic gold medalist team running a little outside in approach. Back in 2000 Olympic Games.
Wow, your time.
Surprised I still remember that.
Lee gets it outside. Here's Takemoto. This one goes out. I mean, this league runs as sophisticated of an offense as you're going to find anywhere in the state. This Georgia Lee had the hot hand here in this second set for the Raiders. At the net, tapping that one down. Wow, Khaleesi skywalking that one.
And a really nice save there from Kennedy Lee. Gets up with the one-hander. Look at that.
This one flirts with one of the beams. I knew will go to Kalama Kingma. Bumps it across, tight at the net now. Tachibana tried to attack and got it down.
Shea Tachibana, the freshman coming off the bench for this Punahou team. Mother Monia Nihipali, all-star at Kamehameha Schools, Kapalama.
Goes out. Iolani continuing to hit at a pretty good clip. 333 hitting in this second set. 4:15 for the match. Nakane Lua gets it right to Kealoha Cox. There goes Tachibana. There's Piper. Nakane Lua. Kalama Kingma. Good job from Moriwaki. Stuck it underneath that one.
That was nice, right? You got to know when to dig and when to duck. Duck, duck, dig.
It's a lot better than dig, dig, goose. I mean, that's
Just trying to figure out how to land that plane.
yeah.
You fly the drones, you fly the terrible
You're-
dad jokes
yeah,
for me.
You ever played duck, duck, goose before?
I don't, long
Okay.
time.
Well, I'm not expecting to play it as an adult, but do it for post game one day. Just all of us sitting in a circle. And goes into the net. Here comes Hope Kakal. Iolani out digging Punahou here tonight, 21-12, out serving him as well. The third Raider ace tonight. No spin, took him out, couldn't recover. To 6, here's Hope to call again. Darks it right outside. There's a swing there for Saole. That one met at the net. Takemoto hit the net cam. The cam is all sideways.
It's a little bit hammer-jang.
Look at that shot. There's Cox. Kimono blocked by Piper. Iolani firm control right now. 13-6. A 7-point advantage here for the Raiders in set number 2. And look who's here. Journey Tang Silva, Kyla Kalama-Badgett from Moanalua supporting Iolani. Kalama-Badgett on the left, she had a terrific night. And they're wearing Iolani shirts and senior shirts to support them, supporting Callie Piper. And who knows, we could see Moanalua and Iolani maybe at some point during the state tournament as well.
Yes, we will.
Largest lead here for the Raiders in this set. Goes down by 1, and it ends a 4-0 run.
You know, if there's been one glaring mistake, it's been that long serve, right? Looks like there's been 5 of those here tonight. It feels like there's been 10 or more. Maybe that's just for this set.
Aubrey led the Raiders to 3 HHSA titles, including one a couple of years ago. There's Piper, who has her own fan base, diving there. Piper tried to seal it off again, tied at the net. Nakanelua got it back outside. Ainu'u got it through a block. There's Mello. Outside of Cox, gets blocked at the net. Ainu'u there. She is something special.
You know what I like about her demeanor? She never seems like the moment's bigger than her.
Yeah, right? Never too high, never, just even keel for the most part. Cox got it off the block. It did not go over. Good effort, though, from Brown to try and save it. What ends up being a Raider point.
And these are those rotations, right, where there's front row setter, 2 options offensively, and Kea Cox going to get a lot of attention here.
Right to Kirkall. That is off the block. Good swing for Brown.
And even on that play, you got good pass, good set, 2 blockers up, and they're both former and current middle blockers, right? So, like, really good at what they do.
Michelle Tavanga, former Kahuku head coach, now assistant over the last couple of years with Punahou, trying to will this team back into it here for the Buff and Blue. Ainu'u continues. She's hitting, at this point in the match, an ungodly 750. 9 kills, no errors, 12 attempts.
And she's also stepped in and been a primary passer as well, right? And a secondary setter.
Oh! Timeout, Punahou. Largest lead for the Raiders. Everything working on senior night, but who would have thought that on senior nights a freshman to really drive this game forward. Taimani Ainu'u, 9 kills here tonight, got a 9-point lead. Yo, bro. Check it out, bruh. Do it for the gram, bruh.
That's very stereotypical.
Yeah, and accurate. 17-8. This one hit across. Nakanelua and a Georgia lead net called. Yep. This one's on Nakanelua. I'm gonna wait for a second. Looked like she might have got tangled up in the net. And that's what Mark Nakashima saw as well. Kennedy Lee behind the service line. Tachibana back into the front row here for the Buff and Blue. No aces here tonight for Punahou, but they've served aggressively in that first set. That's a solid serve. Bump here to Piper. Off a roller. Moriwaki diving after that one. Cox. Good pick up there for Taniguchi. Piper sent it back to the middle. I'm not sure who hit that. It might have been Ainu'u, I think. Lee flung it outside. Tachibana blocked by Piper. Doing it all here for Iolani.
This team has just got so much confidence, right? They're just playing with energy. It's that blend of intensity but fun at the same time. just like our broadcasts.
I agree. But for volleyball opponents, that's the worst kind of intensity to face. When you got a team that's just dropping bombs but still playing loose. Ooh.
Speaking of bombs, that was as good a connection as you'll see on the 3-ball. Looks like Kennedy Lee now stepping in and setting a 5-1. Tito Ahuna still going to the drawing board, trying to figure out what's sticking.
Nakanelua. That one hit over there by Kalama Kingma. Lee in the middle, blocked there. I think Georgia Lee had a hand in that. Takemoto, net called Iolani. So Nakanelua again.
Amazing cover from this Punahou squad. Hey, the cover is the most underrated play. It turns a sure point and a crowd pleaser into second chance. It's like a get out of jail free card.
You saw it with Kalama Badgett last night. How proficient she was in that for Moanalua against Kohuku. Lee, went cross, dug up there by Lee. Takemoto, wow, that was a whippy one.
Right, and Punahou will string some amazing points, right? They'll play one here, one there. The challenge for them and anyone this year against this Iolani team is you got to do it 5 times, 6 times in a row, 7 times in a row, right? You got to put pressure on an Iolani team that hasn't felt much this season.
Undefeated 7-0 record right now. Roll shot, Ainu in the front row. Tachibana into the block. Georgia Lee was there. Jump set. Takemoto. True color shining through here for the junior.
Another X-Factor type player, and she's starting to trend. There's a video game, basketball game, back in the day when I was playing, and if your player made 2, 3, 4 shots in a row, you would start glowing. The basketball would start glowing.
NBA Jam.
True Takemoto's glowing right now, in my mind, a little bit.
Boom shakalaka. That's why he's out.
And then the glow goes.
Right, yeah. He's heating up. He's on fire.
Yeah, that's it.
I got you.
Oh, man, those are some good days.
Oh, yes.
No
Super.
responsibilities, no pregame prep.
Right. You just go home and play Crossfire. This one dug up by Moriwaki. Outside, Takemoto. Got 3 kills over the last 4 or 5 points here. 5 now here in the match, hitting 300 for True.
Right, and all of them in system, all of them with a little bit of seam.
Nakanelua. Kalama Kingma right through there. Takemoto hits that one out. Oh, in! Got the line. Look at that.
Yeah, you got to follow this one out, right? It's so slow, so easy. You can't make that decision. Probably was out, maybe a little bit out, but get up close and make that decision.
Nakanelua for the middle. Reed Gillett. What a grenade.
It's so interesting, right? Reed Gillett and Georgie Lee play the same position, but their arm swings could not be more different. Showing you there's different ways to get the job done.
On a chase, it's a bump. Here's Takemoto. Yes.
How does it go again? She's on fire.
She's heating up. She's on fire.
She is. And I think that's where you just let her go play the back row, right?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
keep her out of there. Keep her on fire.
7
Wow.
kills for Takemoto already.
Hitting 417.
How about 4 or 5 of those kills in this set? 4-point advantage. Nakanelua, Ainu. Bingo, bango.
In my mind, I'm just trying to figure out who she reminds me of. I don't know if there's a cookie cutter mold that she fits into.
I see a hint of Sage in there. But she's hitting 7-14.
It's crazy.
In the middle, Brown. Oh, wow. How about Nakanelua's there? Piper able to bump it across. Jump set. Back out here to Brown. Net called on Iolani. This one is on Piper.
You know, it's rare that I'm actually at a loss of words for a player like Ainu, and I'm trying to figure out, is it the cobwebs in my older brain, or is it she's just that different of a mold?
Sometimes people are just one of one. Over on the pass, there was Brown. Piper, a big windup and a whack. It was covered there again by Taniguchi. Piper, a second try off the high hands. Tip for the corner. Good there for Cox.
Tell you, and this is one where Punahou, they just want to keep it rolling. They don't want to do too much celebrating and wake up Iolani, because they are sneaking up and they're within range here.
Timeout Iolani now. Wow.
How have they been doing it? They've been doing it with tough serves. They've been doing it with good controlled blocks at the net, and then they've been doing it with a lot of true Takemoto at the same time. She's hitting 417. Got Cox, who's been carrying a big load, 7 kills as well. The middles have been on fire. Brown hitting 429. And Khaleesi hitting 500. Those are some big numbers here.
You worried about the setting or the serving here from Punahou? No aces here tonight either.
You know, so they've been putting a lot of pace. It's just like, sometimes you go like, okay, we're gonna go and serve Piper here tonight. And I'm just saying the hypothetical. Could be anyone.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get so locked in on who you want to serve and you don't hit it away from them. You want to know who your target is, but then you want to make them move. You want to make them take it in the seam. You want to make them take it in front of themselves. These are the memories and the lessons of Chris McLaughlin that are reverberating my brain from 35 years ago when he was my coach, and he was just in the same position and posture that Tito Huna's in.
Look at the last 5 seasons here for the Buffalo, right? 2nd place a year ago, 5th place in 22. They're still finding ways to be relevant in this, right? Went 4-8 in 2018, but double-digit wins the previous 4 seasons. Of course, they came up short to either Iolani or Kamehameha in that group. Hard to believe the last time Punahou's won a state championship.
Hard to win, right, Felipe? It's really hard to win.
Go back to like the McKenna Granado days, right? 18 serving, 21 forthcoming. Iolani took set 1, 25-17. Nakane Lua. Oh, I knew. Great dig there from Mello. Free chance. Nakane Lua had to chase it down for a Piper swing. Picked up there by Takemoto. Over on 2. Outside, they work it to Ainu. 11 kills for Ainu.
This team, we've talked about the quick offense to the outsides. They've also been able to run the combos in the middle. I don't see that as often more recently. Now we're starting to see the bigs, the back row middle attacks.
Cox. We'll swing at that one and force it right through the double block.
She's just got so much will and determination, right?
Eyes up there, right? Speaking, talking.
Wears her emotions on her sleeve.
Ace.
There's that seam, right? The seam makes you move. The seam makes you play with the angles a little bit more, and the seam also thrives on miscommunication. Is it mine? Is it yours? Do we both go for it? And now they got 4 passers. Take a look. Look at that quick adjustment.
Ainu, Taniguchi, Piper, and Kakal. Taniguchi gets the touch. Nakane Lua the set for a running Georgia Lee. Diving after that one is Mello. Here's Cox. Rucker, Kakal, tight at the net. Up there and saved there by Piper to keep it alive. Working for a flying Kealoha Cox. There's Nakane Lua. Taniguchi the bump by Nu'u. The freshman got it.
You cannot tell from her expression whether she's on fire or whether she's having a bad match, although we haven't seen her have a bad match yet.
Yeah,
So
no, not at all.
Maybe that's the case.
And 12 kills, still no error. She's hitting 706. That is sick. Here for the Raiders, who are on top by 3 here on a Tuesday night, which is part of a very busy week. You know, when we started this marathon run last week, maybe it was Wednesday, we were on a streak of 12 games in 11 days. We're just past the halfway point. And tonight, look at the board. Nobody's bigger than ours. Kalaheo Wailu coming up Thursday. Kapolei Farrington, Roosevelt Kaiser. We got 5 football games coming your way beginning on Thursday on 2 networks. All of it on the Spectrum News app.
Interesting football season this year, right? Like,
Agreed.
I feel like there's not a true lead, right? Like there's kind of a committee of teams that could put it together
For
at the
sure,
right time.
yeah, especially in Division One, right? Iolani in the thick of a ILH Division One title chase, even though they lost to Pac-5 for the first time, by the way, in about 17 years.
Wow.
They can still somehow backdoor their way into an ILH title. Damon's the front runner here. We're going to find out if Campbell's #1, a true #1 on Saturday, because with respect to the teams they play, their only quality win has been against Kapolei, and so we're going to figure out if the big boys are in fact the big boys here on Saturday.
What do you mean you're going to find out? I thought everyone just asked you, like, hey, what should the rankings be this week? No, it's not that simple,
It's
huh?
not the case. It's not the case.
Wow. Huh.
The thing is about Iolani, or rather Campbell and Mililani, part of the storyline there. Darren Johnson, the head coach of Campbell, never beaten Mililani ever. He's 0-9. Wow. And on this year, which who knows, could be the final year of coaching for him. He'll pull it off. We'll find out. I knew. Ooh. Good job from Lee to play it off the net and keep it going. Piper. Pounding one. 7 for the senior.
I mean, you look at this offense, it looks like a college offense.
It's insane, right?
Right? The speed, the size, the arms.
Ball that zipped long. HHSA semifinals this year, I believe, are at ILH sites. They'll be at Punahou and St. Louis. The championship will be at the Cannon Activity Center. Well, the OI championship at Mililani this season in a few weeks. That's on OC16. Here's Piper, the roll shot on set point, 24-21. Back bump to Cox, jammed it through, popped up by Nakanelua. I knew it was going to set it for the senior. Piper, just kept it alive. Comes Tachibana, the roller, and saved by Ainu, then picked up by Taniguchi, bumped by Piper. Puno needs this one. They get it with Cox. It's in. Woo.
Kennedy Lee back to serve. She's probably one of the more successful servers for this Punahou team, putting a lot of pressure on Iolani. And Iolani only has the 2 hitters. Good rotation for Punahou.
Lee, Piper, Georgia, yes, set over. Georgie Lee, 5 kills, hitting 400. 17 and 22, the scores, and Iolani up in the match, 2-0. Georgie Lee, wow. What a second set for her, and just ultra effective. Through the first 10 points of the frame, and it has yielded a 400 hitting percentage for the match. 5 kills here for the Raiders, who took set number 2. 25-22, they led by as many as 9. They hit 250 in the frame, 344 for the match, and now 1 set away from getting to 8-0 here in the ILH regular season.
I mean, there were runs of momentum in that second set, but in total, it was a really close battle, right? A couple of plays here and there. Punahou's offense as good as it's looked all night long, but the blocks from Iolani, the service pressure really was the difference. The two quickest ways to score points, serve an ace, get a block.
Iolani's been doing that all night long here. See Georgie Lee's numbers. Punahou closed in on a 9-point Raider lead, as close as within 2. There's too much power here. Punahou still has one more match for Tita Ohuna's crew. They'll go on the road to take on Kamehameha. Of course, it's a 4-team field in the double elimination second round, which is the tournament. And finishing second's important as well in the regular season. Currently sitting right now is Kamehameha. Piper chased it down. Kakal shoveled it across. In the middle, there was no touch. That's right. Zoli was there. 1-0. Iolani coming up. They have a road game against Mid-Pacific. Cox. And the block, good cover from Takemoto. Cox again, try to go line, it's out.
Yeah, I still like the body language from Punahou, right? We saw a little bit last night from Kahuku, started having a little infighting, started having some bad body language. This team has stayed positive throughout.
Takemoto trailing back to get that one. The tip, and popped up by Piper. Tight at the tower, Piper. Got it down. Good enough there for Callie Piper. 8 kills, I think 304. Hope she continues to play basketball coming up in the winter. Possible focus on the volleyball route. Lee chased it down for a bump to the Cox. Got it through a block, pancake dig, Nakanelua. And kept the rally going. Lee, here's Cox, the tip over the block, met there by Ainu. Piper. Oh, great job from Moriwaki, but overpass. Piper, one-timed, pickleballed around, and Nakanelua is here. Here's Ainu. Everyone's scrambling and thriving.
This was an amazing instinctive play, balanced at the point of contact and then on the outside. A lot of defense, but not a lot of answers for this Iolani offense.
Been pretty much termination every point so far here in the frame. It is a Iolani net called. This is on Piper.
Takemoto really starting to get dialed in on her passing. Last few looked on point, and it's allowed for a lot more diverse an offense for this Punahou team.
Moriwaki, one of 4 seniors here for the Buff and Blue. Floating ball to Ainu. Working to Georgie Lee.
my Olympic broadcast partner says a little thing like this: you serve too many lollipops, you're going to get licked. That was an absolute pummel of a ball. And at the highest levels, you will see a lot more missed serves because of that exact concept, right? If you're not putting the other team under stress and under pressure, they're going to come in, run their offense, and just absolutely pummel you with options.
And these are errors that are mostly satisfactory in here for the coaches.
Yeah,
just
I
like
think
if you're going to risk it.
You almost got to train your players to be okay with that, right? It's walking a fine line, risk reward.
That's out. Here from Lee.
Khaleesi threw in a little commit block in the middle and changed the numbers there. Surprised Georgie Lee. It's like the volleyball version of a blitz.
Their call. Georgie Lee atones.
And what I love about that play from Nakanelua She went right back to her, right? She did the old repeat. Rinse and repeat.
6-3, here's Piper. Behind the line, 8 kills, hitting .292. Piper also with 7 digs and a couple of blocks here tonight. Moriwaki chased it down. Cox got it off the hands of Lee, then off the top of the cable. One time over, oh no! Right in front of Kilisi and right in front of Kayla Cox. Tough one there, no one could find the ball. Whose assignment it was to pick it up. 7-3. Kilisi, good hammer. Outside, there goes Cox to try and push on the turn. Ainuu. Off the block and out for Kalama Kingma. And now it's going to be ruled out, looks like. Nope, going to be ruled out, yes.
That's one of those ones where you swing, you dodge, and then you take a deep breath.
Lineswoman Michelle Hayes had a discussion. Both agreed it was out. Kilisi into the double block. Outside to Cox through the block. Diving there was Taniguchi. Piper keeps it alive. Lee sets it. Cox through the block. Taniguchi again, then Piper, and then the Kanelua. Lee jump set. Outside for Tachibana on the cover there was Takemoto. Cox off the block there of Nakanelua. Push for the corner. Here's Lee. Kilisi. Net called Iolani. What a rally. Punahou point. It's on Georgie Lee.
This is the best rally we've seen all year long. Amazing offensive plays, amazing blocks, but the defense was special. It's like hand-to-hand combat defense back there, right? One-arm saves, the stabs.
I can't believe Taniguchi only has 9 digs tonight, but all 9 of them just highlight reel type of digs. Georgie Lee got it off the block of Kilisi. Now Kanelua rips that one. Goodness me.
Transfer from Marinol, right next to Georgie Lee, who came from Punahou, right next to Poema Kalama Kingma, who came from Kamehameha.
Whose cousin transferred from Damien to Moanalua. Kyla Kalama Badger.
It's the new age, right?
Ayana Soon, the senior, puts it back in play. Middle. Out on the punch there for Reed Gillett. Any touch that Soon gets here tonight, crowd explodes.
Hey, and Kakal has come in here and served tough, played good defense, steadied the passing. Very impressive on senior night.
Here's Evelyn Kilisi. Now Kanelua out. With a sneak attack run over the top.
And this is the one where you can see the players. It's like the cat playing with the mouse. And Kainoa Obrey, he's seen this play out before. He's seen teams take their foot off the gas pedal. Not on his watch.
This pass in front of the Iolani bench. Ainuu reverses it across. Jammed it in front. Good swing there for Saole. It's her second kill.
Well, look at the body language. They got pummeled in one of these sets, and yet they still picked it up. They're still playing with a lot of teamwork, a lot of chemistry.
They were trailed by 9 the second set. Got as close as within 2. Ended up losing that one, though. Kalama Kingman, no. Takemoto gets blocked, and it's out.
Putting up huge numbers, right? Nearly 500. Also the 2 digs, passing well.
8 kills for True Takemoto. 1 point lead here for Iolani. Tough serving again. Kalama Kingma gets blocked. It's Saole. And the Raiders take time. It's been Cox, it's been Saole, it's been Brown, it's been Takemoto. They've squared the set at 9. Here in this third set. 2-0 the advantage here for Iolani in the match. Here's Khaleesi. Near the net, pounded by Reed Gillett.
And I like the commit. Sometimes, though, the anticipation forces you to come in even a little too early. This is like Christmas, where all of a sudden, instead of waiting for Christmas Day, you're opening presents on Christmas Eve.
Yeah. Were you one of those?
Probably.
That was like December 4th. Outside the swing there for Tachibana. Outside, I knew. Ooh, been a bit quiet here in the second and third set. This one finds the corner. It's on another 14 for her, hitting 737. Eleven 9. Off one there for Cox to try and at least get it on the receive. Takemoto able to pick it up. Nakane Lewis, that's it. There it goes. Kalama Kingma right in front of her family.
Saw her cousin Kalama Badgett last night. Talked about her other cousin, the football player for Kailua.
Doogie. On the pass, Kennedy Lee bumped it up top. Takemoto through the block. Diving after that one, Nakane Lua. Here comes, oh man, I knew again. I don't know where she was gonna go, changed it up, went off speed.
Showing you some of the beach shots as well. Played a lot with Kayla Stevens this past year. Had all the tools. I don't know if we've seen, you know, in college there's a setter at Pittsburgh right now who sets while she's in the back row and then can hit in the front row. Maybe that's the closest version, Rachel Fairbanks.
Wow, hit, huh?
Yeah, #1 team in the
That's
country.
what I was just thinking about, just like, wow. It didn't click with me until you said hit. I was more thinking about the position. Wow. 13-9. Here's Takemoto. Oh, nice.
Win or lose, this will be a coming out party for true Takemoto and this Punahou team because they've been looking for that 1-2 punch to complement Kea Cox, and I think the stats tell you the truth, right? 9 kills, only 2 errors, hitting .467 is true Takemoto.
Some wicked numbers here for the young woman. Home team on top by 3. Net called. Punahou. That's a heck of a block from Saole. Neutralized by the net. Kalama Kingma went all the way there. And
a little bit at the bottom, right on the landing. You see Punahou's moved their block inside a little bit and have had much more success.
Lee, I think over the top. Yes, Iolani went over the top before the ball crossed the plane of the net.
Yeah, it's a simple call, right? You got to allow the setter to set the ball, especially if it's on their side of the net, and you can see she goes right over the top.
The old mango tree.
It's on your side of the fence. You can pick it. Is that what you're saying?
That's right.
I love it. Oh, it's so good.
Up top, there goes Ainu. Got it off a block. Here's Cox. Yes. Still fighting, still working hard.
Right, she's tireless. Think about some of the people who've been in that role over the past few years. Lucky Rose Williams was one of those that they really relied on. Haumea Marumoto.
Just look at all the talent that they lost. I mean, it's hard to believe, right? Even with Relabini and Lulu. 14-12 overpass, yes. Here's Saole. And Aubrey looks at his bench, tries to get some consultation or some consoling.
Interesting body language from him, right? We haven't seen him under that kind of duress throughout this year.
Laser on the serve, overpass, a chance to tie it here. Lee flung it out, and another net called. This one is on Kennedy Lee.
So strange on a pretty
Rudimentary
textbook play. Yeah. Was it the ponytail again?
(15 to 13). Here's Taniguchi. Lee flung it out. Again, there's Solde. At some point, Solde going to have to break out by the time the second round begins.
And she's got so many different looks, right? She's kind of like that Swiss Army knife, right? Can hit the right side, can hit the middle, a little bit on the left.
The call over past Nakane Lua. Someone shook the net. It was Nakane Lua, I believe. And now Opari saying, hey, that's the exact same thing that we got called on. They went over the top, but disagreement there. That almost looked like it was on Punahou there for a second. Georgie Lee.
That's weird. It looked like Punahou net, but it actually looked like Nakane Lua went over the net to bring it back, which you're not allowed to do either.
16-15, Georgie Lee, 9 tonight. 1 point lead here and a 2-0 lead in the match. Here's Ainu. It was 15 kills, hitting 7-14, nearly at an ace. Over pass. Taniguchi, Nakane Lua, Georgie Lee. Double figures.
I'm trying to think of who the middles have been who've been this prolific, this dominant. Maybe Grace Fiaseu. Who else, though? Well, obviously Adriana Arquette before she moved to the right side.
Timeout, Punahou. And Iolani hang on, bring out the broom, and get a sweep for the seniors. 2 point advantage here. Taimane Ainu, the freshman, help leading Iolani here tonight. They're hitting a match best for them, 455 at this point here in the frame, and still 372 for the match. Been ultra consistent. Moriwaki chased it down. Good job. Mello kept it alive though. Taniguchi, Nakane Lua, everyone's scrambling here. Piper got it. There's Cox with one hand to keep the rally going. Oh boy, what is happening here? Good call, back row. Nakane Lua, Georgie Lee went right there, backhanded there by Cox. Piper.
Here he comes again, right? Downhill offense, sped up, super quick. All of a sudden, instead of thinking you see 3 people on the other side, it feels like there's 6 attackers coming at you.
Ainu. Rattled the ribbon a little bit. Cox blocked. Right at the net by Nakane Lua.
This serve that I knew it was hitting is causing all sorts of problems. It is coming from a high point down at the court with not much spin.
Cox hits that one out.
No one in the state put in more tough situations more often than Kea Cox.
Ainu. Mello, here's Lee. Oh, Kelisi. How about Evelyn? Ball come down.
Now taking some good aggressive swings. Look at the jumping, whippy arm.
Within 4 now. Nakane Lua, Georgie Lee. That one hit the outside of the antenna. A point here. Georgie Lee again, effective.
And she's got committing players on the other side with the big jump. Right, Evan Khaleesi getting up in her face. Defense is focused on her as well, but too much.
An ace for Piper. You know, Piper always has these little mannerisms, whether she's at the free throw line, at the service line. Kind of checks the rearview mirror prior to every serve here. Timeout taken by Punahou.
This is about as confident a squad as we've seen, right? About as relaxed, yet focused, yet motivated on the court. Some of the idiosyncrasies you're talking about.
And almost the bow and arrow here for a second. And at the free throw line, she'll take 2 or 3 dribbles, and then she'll shimmy, and then shoot a free throw.
You are going deep into the
everyone,
studies.
Well, everyone can see it. In fact, Raider Nation during the basketball season will actually shimmy with her during that time.
Oh, wow.
15-15, 7-1 run here. Hey, take me into Professor Wong's classroom here for a second. You talked about ball spin, right, on serve. How does spin on a ball affect serve receive here? Whether it's spinning quick or no spin?
I'm going to take a flyer here. It's something about the Coriolis effect.
Okay.
And it's a little bit of science where if you have 2 things going by each other at different speeds, it causes it to jump. And so when you don't put spin on it, it makes it jump and have more of that effect. And I could be totally wrong. I could be totally making it up. But this is something that I remember and recall at some point in time in my life.
Really?
Yeah.
The Coriolis effect, you said?
Yeah. Something about trains where if 2 trains are passing each other and you yell across, like it actually changes the pitch of the sound of your yell.
You're yelling at a lot of trains, are you?
Hey, at one point in time, I did a lot of research on this stuff.
That's sick, yeah. I mean, I go to you for my volleyball science.
I'm going to Google it right
now.
I'm along with all our viewers right now. We're all Correalis.
Right now, this match favoring Iolani. But Punahou saying we're not done yet. There's Cox to swing. That's another kill here. 12 for her on 43 swings. Punahou hitting 183 for the match. 188 here in this set. Still within relative striking distance, but needs to go on a run right now. Outside. Oh, got roofed. Big one sent back by Tachibana.
Brings a different dimension. Probably the biggest end blocker for this Punahou team. Can be disruptive.
Let's go. Within 4. Georgie Lee up the high hand. There's Moriwaki. Takemoto.
If you can just carbon print that swing over and over again, good things happen for Punahou. Just take a look. This is the perfect angle, right? You see that little window that she's squeezing into. Might have been the Coriolis effect as well.
Georgie Lee.
So Punahou's got half of the answer, right, which is to commit with Georgie. Now the other half is you can't commit up and down. You got to commit to the right or to the left because she's not going to make a simple hit up the middle.
Here's Soon nearly got an ace. Kept alive. Soon the first touch. Outside. Here comes Takemoto in the push. Moriwaki there. Tachibana fading back, rolled it across. Kalama Kingma. Oh, rejected. Tachibana.
Oh, man. Like the mouse trap, right? Put a little cheese on the line and then snap it back in. Woo.
Couple big blocks here. Iolani has the block advantage though, 7-5. Look at middle, picked up there by Khaleesi, well done. Worked it again here for Reed Gillett on a chase down. Tachibana Free chance for Iolani. Reed Gillett. It's aloha ball for Iolani. So many ways to attack. And Reed Gillett, just one of the many weapons here. She's hitting .429, her 4th kill. And it's the junior Bailey Nakanelua with the honors. Raider Nation rises. It's over. On senior night, 6 aces for the Raiders and a sweep over the Buff and Blue tonight, and a sweep in the regular season series this year. Could be looking at a state champion, maybe. Iolani rules the night tonight. Raiders sweep the Buff and Blue. It's their 2nd sweep win this season for Iolani. They get to 8-0. They already locked up a spot in the state tournament at 353 in set number 3, en route to their 8th win of the season. Iolani looking every bit of a team that could be hoisting that trophy in the Canada Activity Center by the time the state tournament rolls around. Here a chance for them to still grow. We saw a lot of different ways that Iolani can beat you. And it's just a team that just continues to roll right now.
Yeah, they're looking very confident. They've got the ball control, they've got the size, they've got the athleticism, and a really good quarterback as well.
They got a heck of a freshman, by the way, as well, who's a Hawaii Honduras impact player for the Raiders with Jimmy.
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys. Taimani Ainuu is here with me. Taimani, first off, let's talk about the fact that this is you guys' first sweep against a team that's not Mid-Pacific. What was the motivation tonight to get it in 3?
I think it was our senior night, and we really wanted to, we had a lot of energy from everybody. Yeah.
The energy from you tonight, 15 kills. You were hitting at a 7:14 clip. Where did you pull that one from?
I want to say thank you to my setter, Bailey, for giving me all the perfect sets. And Maddie, because she got perfect passes too.
Well, speaking of the seniors, there's a couple of them behind you. What do you want to say to the seniors tonight?
I want to say especially to Callie to thank you for motivating me and pushing me and always hyping me up. And then Ayana and Hope, you too. Thanks for hyping me up.
Wait a minute, now you're just a freshman, but there's somebody a little bit younger than you. Who do we got in here?
This is my little brother, Lesson. That's my little sister, Lossie.
What do you guys think of her?
She's nice.
And she's a pretty good volleyball player too. Guys, back to you.
She had 7-14 tonight. Scream for good reason. 15 kills. She had no errors this evening to go along with 8 digs. An unreal performance here from Taimani Ainuu.
Yeah, I'm just so amazed at the confidence of her demeanor, at the ability for her to stay so even keel. You know, there's no panic. It's just mind-boggling for me because you think you've seen everything in 15 years of broadcasting, and then someone like Taimani Ainuu comes around.
Yeah, I feel like every 3 or 4 years, right? You always see a freshman that's just oh, the next quote-unquote big thing here. We might be seeing it here with Taimani Ainuu and the rest of this freshman class. There's 5 of them in that group to go along with 4 sophomores as the Raiders able to win this one 8-0 on the season now. Buff and Blue. Great production from Kayla Cox, the junior, who on this night had 12 kills, 43 swings. He got double-double, 10 digs as well.
Yeah, she's tough. She plays with passion. She plays with a lot of energy and effort. Just really fun to watch her. And with all that responsibility, there's going to be some miscues along the way, but her ability to pick herself up, her ability to be that engine for the team, super impressive.
Buff and Blue are 3-5 now. In all likelihood, will be the number 3 seed entering the double elimination tournament. And if all things hold true, which I think they will at this point, you have a match against Kamehameha coming up in a few days. Kamehameha is the number 2 seed. So you have another 2-3 matchup there with Kamehameha and Punahou over these next few days. So a lot of offense here tonight. and only one Taco Bell play of the game. Well, how about Callie Piper? Right outside, boom.
Man.
This was wicked here for Piper. 9 kills, when 308 hitting to go along with 8 digs. And one of the 3 seniors, they'll be honored with just a moment here tonight. Multi-sport athlete, state champion. She could be adding to that trophy mantle at her house.
And she's got the shimmy, too,
She
right?
got the shimmy. She got the bow and arrow. She got the shimmy as well. And we got 2 more segments to go before we wrap it up. Senior night festivities just ready to begin out here. Get all the love from the family, from other schools, from Punahou, Iolani, all over the league and the state. Post game when you come back.
From Spectrum OC16, it's the Hawaiian Financial FCU post-game show.
Cruising through the canal here on this Tuesday night on senior night for Iolani. Hope Kakal just took her final swing. So you see all the banners and all the posters in this gym, as Ayana soon to be taking her senior swing as well. And boy, did Iolani get a whole lot of swings this evening in 347 for the match count.
That was a championship level performance by the home squad, right? Just making good decisions, hitting over 340. The block was on point. Their defense was all over the court. And then when you get a ratio like 6 aces to 7 errors, that is a special thing indeed.
See how Ayana Soon is going to swing at this one. They've been loving her all throughout the night, and she's about to take her senior swing. And just tip that one over the top against her family, who was blocking for her, against her as well. And I don't know if there's any team here in the state that could block against Iolani trying to power through the state tournament. There's going to be some contenders, no doubt, which includes potentially Kamehameha, Punahou, Mid-Pacific, obviously, Moanalua, and the great teams out in the OIA. What do you make about what we've seen here for Iolani live and in person right now?
They're confident. They, in some ways, I feel like they've gotten tested just enough, right? They've gone to a few 4-gamers. Someone's got to take it to them early. Someone's got to really put pressure on them, because if you let them do their thing, they are nearly unstoppable in terms of the offense, in terms of the pressure they put on you from the service line. I like that Punahou is doing some different things with the commit block. I think that might be one of the unlocks. Serving tough as well.
Yeah. About 6 aces here tonight. Callie Piper's about to take her senior swing. Callie Piper's been at Iolani School since the 6th grade and is just loved so much on this campus and this group.
Look at I tell you, the eye contact between her and her father, Billy, across the way.
Right.
There's a little bit of smack talk going on right now. He's like, I'm going to shut it down.
There's always pressure on the set, too, here, which is usually done by the family members.
I want to be the toss. I want to be like the mom with the
that's
toss, right?
Exactly.
Like that.
Yeah. Let's see here. This is the 3rd of 3 seniors here being honored for the Raiders. Great. Oh, hey. Little spinning of a ball. They're going to give one more chance. They're going to give her one more chance here.
I love the confidence from the setter there, right? Just you got to be your best fan in life.
Even Callie's just like, what was that? Hopefully.
Oh, man.
Senior extra special here in Hawaii. There you go. Well done, everyone involved. Raiders win this one in straight sets, 17, 22, and 20. Iolani 8-0 now on the year. A hug from Kainoa Obri. And still a lot more work to be done. Still have one more regular season game against Mid-Pacific in 3 days on the road, then the double elimination tournament, and then the big dance, the HHSA tournament. It'll be interesting to see if Iolani gets all the way to the end of the Eilish tournament, Eilish champ, how will they be ranked against a potential... undefeated Moanalua team. We're back in a moment.
Welcome back to the Hawaiian Financial FCU post-game show.
Programming note, we're back with you on Thursday for some OIA football in Division II. It'll be Kalaheo at Wailua. First time having the Mustang football team on TV, about 15 years. See all in beautiful Wailu coming up on Thursday. Special mahalo out to the great staff here at Iolani Schools for their hospitality as always. Time now for a little thing we like to call match points. One final thought from all of us. Jimmy Bender, Kevin Wong, Felipe Ojastro. Jimmy, you kick us off here because we saw a lot of action here over the last 100 minutes or so in this straight set win for Iolani.
We sure did. And, you know, when you sweep the match, you sweep the highlight package as well. So it's all Iolani for us here. And we're going to start with our impact player because she deserved it and she showed it right out of the gate. Taimani Ainu'u, you're going to see the kill here after the bump set, putting it away. That made it 23-16 in set number 1 and a timeout for Punahou as well because they needed to regroup after that. Taimani was on fire. But hey, Kainoa Aubry, have you seen your servers? Yes, the senior Hope Kakal getting in with the ace. She was serving tough tonight. She was fun to watch. Well deserved for her on senior night. And then I love the kill here from Georgie Lee. She had a couple in set number 3. This is the second one. She's like Nuke Lelouch from Bull Durham. I want to announce my presence with authority.
What?
Kill right there. You don't remember Nuke
What?
Lelouch? Georgie Lee with the kill. Incredible stuff.
12 kills on the night here for Georgie Lee as well. All right, brother Kevin, what you got?
Might be the Coriolis effect.
Okay.
There's also some texts that are coming in hot that it might also be the Magnus effect. So either way, there might be some sort of effect going on. We're going to do more research, and we'll have a full report on that at some point in time by you during the season.
Sure, yeah, we got coverage of the ILH tournament as well in about a couple weeks, so we'll have a semifinal matchup. We did see the likes of Callie Piper do that little, that pre-serve movement out there. So if you guys had a pre-serve movement, well, what would your pre-serve movement be? I think mine would be.
Look at that.
Yeah, that'll be mine.
I might do like an Owehe, an Ami, and a slide.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Okay. What would you do, Olympic?
Well, I had one.
Oh.
So 3 bounces, couple spins, and then just grip it and rip it.
Yeah, look at you now, right? Yeah. We're not as mature as you.
No, not at all.
Long week here of high school sports. It continues on Thursday. We have 5 football games over the next 3 days on 2 networks and 1 app. Cannot wait for that. We'll be all together for the ILH tournament, which begins in a couple of weeks. Jimmy Bender, Kevin Wong, our producer Dave Vincent, our director Joe Broso, the outstanding women and men of our OC16 crew. Felipe Ojastro, support high school sports. Iolani gets to 8-0 tonight.